Blessings, everybody. You're now tuned into the authentic and official hip hop channel. I'm Jerron Amir. Right now, this is another episode of Get Familiar, a new segment that we implement into the channel. It's a vlogcast, something like a podcast, but not quite. Do a little 5 to 10 minute interview with an artist before they give us an exclusive freestyle performance. Right now, I got the pleasure of chopping it up with a very talented MC. I mean, true MC.
Thank you,
Wordplay on
thank
the
you,
beam.
thank you.
Very lyrical. Go ahead, tell him your name, bro.
It's Rizzy, baby, Philly, baby. Talk my shit on the trap. Clock in, clock out, flow. They know how I go. It's Smoking Joe on them hoes, yo. But for those that may not follow me, may not be familiar totally with my slogans and all that, I'm Jay Rizzy. I'm from West Philly, and I rep and hold down the entire Philly as a whole, as far as the whole everything, And I'm blessed to be here, and let's get it cracking.
Yeah, so I had the pleasure of doing the visual with you. What was that?
Philly
Art
Loaded Clip,
Museum? Yeah, Philly
yeah,
Loaded Clip.
definitely down
That
by
was a dope
the
ass shoot.
the art
Rocky
museum,
Steps, yeah.
down by the
Rocky statue and all that.
at the Parkway and all that.
Right.
Yeah, fire. That's a dope monumental setting, and that was just interesting, because like I had the track, and I guess along your way of actually coming across my page and following me on the internet, social media, or whatever it was, you might have heard the track, and then you reached out to me, I think through Instagram, and we kind of just connected, and it's been good vibes and dope energy the whole way. Just business, professionalism, and we just been executing power moves, trying to add to the culture and the rap game, and just everything, for the masses, for the people that, appreciate and enjoy and can tap into a little bit of what we do. And we kind of just cohesively meet in the middle on things, and it's just dope.
All right, well, I want to thank you for pulling up, man, giving us the time. You know
Definitely, man. I had time, definitely. We'll make the time. It's all about tapping in and being a student and growing and just soaking everything up. Like, my brain is like a sponge, and I'm just blessed to be able to do this and also show other up and coming, whether it's the younger generation or people my age or even older, that this real hip hop, actual rap, lyricism still exists and it's still a thing.
Big facts.
It's
big
beautiful, like because all the art, it exists, and it's a world for whatever art you do. So I feel like if you want to cling to drill or boom bap or whatever it is, trap, you could do what's gonna be best for you. So that's what I do.
All right, so the first question I got for you is about your stage name. So explain to us who Jay Rizzy is and the meaning behind the name.
Okay, great question. My stage name, Jay Rizzy, it's funny because when I first started rapping and running with a name, my name was just J Rock. You know what I mean? And that was cool, and that was a lot of my young boy days, so to speak. Like, everybody would just call me Rock, like, yo, Rock. They know I was J Rock, But I figured it was like 1,000 J Rocks.
Right.
So and then somebody actually in the industry became big under the name J Rock. It was just spelled differently. But that was like my battle rap.
That's a dude from Cali, right?
Yeah, West Coast, shout out to all them. So, I just I was hearing people say that like along the way at first, and I didn't want to hear nothing of it. But when I heard somebody actually came out under their name and I knew of the artist and I like what they did anyway, I was just like, cool. Nothing gonna stop anything. But I knew J Rock is like, that could exist in like a sea of like 1,000 fish. I want to just be somebody, just my own little thing. So I just spun it off, and Jay Rizzy kind of just came before I knew I was gonna not use J Rock. I already had Jay Rizzy though.
Oh, for real? Okay.
Yeah, so it wasn't like I had to start from scratch or anything. That kind of just was like an alias in the early stages, and now I got my Smoking Joe Blazer because I love to smoke weed, good rapper weed and shit like that. It's an unlocking tool, like a lot of OGs have already stated.
See, I ain't never tell you this before, but
Mm-hmm.
my alias used to be J Riz, cause my
Hey,
name's Jerron. You know what I'm saying? When I
dope.
used to play around and rap a little bit, I used to go by
Hey,
J Riz.
you gotta give me some bars at some point off camera or whatever. You doing your host thing right now. We're
Man,
gonna
I
let it
ain't
do the
done it in
interview.
so long. I mean, I might get the courage up
I got faith in you,
to,
man.
spit a little something eventually. I'll be around all these talented MCs such as yourself. I do get the urge to like write a verse here and there,
I
but
can
I ain't get
imagine.
around to it yet
I can
though.
imagine. I definitely seen a lot of dope artists throughout the movement and everything that I see that you post. So yeah, that was my stage name. Like J Rock. I was going like J Rock Rizzy in the transition of me being J Rock and J Rizzy. Like J Rizzy was for the business side of things. I'm still
Yeah.
always J Rock. Like
Okay.
motherfuckers call me
So that's what
Rock,
they
my
call you around
homies.
the way.
Sometimes,
Okay.
right? Certain people that came in at that phase and know me of that. You know what I
Right. That
mean?
that knew you for a minute.
Yeah,
Right.
yeah. So that's how that went.
All right. So how long you been recording music for, bro?
Man.
Like not rhyming, but just actually recording.
Actually, when I
Yeah.
first got in the studio,
Like laying down tracks. Yeah, in the studio.
my very first time in a professional actual studio.
It don't have to be professional.
No, it was professional enough that I can actually record it, hear myself
And
back.
play
It
it
was
and let other people listen
Ill
to it.
Man, rest in peace, Ill Man.
Yeah.
Down
R.I.P.
down West Philly. I think it was 56 and off of Gerard, one of them little blocks. But my old head Rico took me there. He was my next door neighbor, and I used to just at that point I had a shit ton of raps like I still do now, but I was just more of a battle rapper. Like I didn't really have too many songs like constructed with like choruses, verses, hooks, things of that nature. So I just had long verses, but like I featured on the track with him. He took me to the studio, and the rest was history. After that, I linked up with Spaz Out Entertainment. Shout out to Spaz, and I just continue growing. I gotta get back through there. Some work I gotta get. I got some work I gotta get from Spaz and everything. New things. I'm planning to do some tracks off this EP with Spaz, and shout out to Drop Chop Studio. Had to get it right. My man Franny. That's where I recorded my last project. Franny Wills. It's in Philadelphia, in the Manayunk area. Check them out, and
So
that's
you
what it is.
recorded reels there.
From the Reels to the Booth, that entire project. That's my latest release. I recorded that at Drop Chop Studios. Next, I got Snow Season coming out with Snowblind Beats. That's a 6-track EP.
Okay.
And he's a producer out of Sweden, actually. Den is a producer from Harlem, and I'm kind of just rolling with the punches on producers that I link up with and people and connections, whether it's features and things of that nature. And we just enjoying it, soaking it all up, like I was saying, and it's just amazing. I love it.
Real quick though, let's go back to reels from the booth though, cause that's your latest. That an EP or album? It's an album, right?
It's
It's
an
like 10
album.
tracks, right?
To me, it's 8 songs, so
8
it could be
songs. Okay.
classified as an EP. But
Technically that counts as an album now,
yeah,
cause a
but
lot of artists they've been releasing like 7, 8 track albums.
exactly. So
Yeah.
like, I feel like too a lot. I like that we're on that subject at this moment because, you know, growing up or like at the, I was like, I think 17, around that age or whatever. I knew a lot of us about mixtapes. I knew a lot of just about the mixtape era and that whole thing.
That's my favorite era.
And
bro.
I love that era. Of course, that's what makes us. So I
Right.
just wanted to kind of solely exist in there. It didn't matter. Nothing else mattered to me at that point. But I always would hear like OGs, old heads, and all that, keeping that game in my ear of always own and sell your stuff and own your own music. So it kind of it's by force. Like I suggest anybody starting out try to take that route if you can.
What route is that though?
Just like owning your
Oh, okay,
beats,
got you.
or at least if you don't own them exclusively, just lease them. It's a lot of tight beats. It might say free beat. You might find it on YouTube, things of that nature. But just lease your beats. Make sure you got permission and upload that shit.
I don't want this show to be super long. My bad.
Yeah. So, but yeah.
All right, so the title of the last EP, From Reels to the Booth, like explain that real quick, cause I'm gonna let you go.
I love that. I love that. From the Reels to the Booth is basically I started remixing Instagram Reels, and like a lot of people see certain things like that, like TikTok duets, and like a producer will upload their beats. So my man Produced by Den, he started like a wave of like he'll upload a beat that was like 30 seconds to a minute, and you hit this little option on Instagram, and it lets
like
you remix it.
Okay.
So it would say remix this reel, and I didn't know how to do it. I seen a bunch of my peers doing it, a couple people starting out with it, and I'm like, damn, how you do that? And then explain it to me, and I did it, uploaded it. You can adjust your voice and the beat and all that, and it was dope as fuck. So
that's how y'all connected though.
yeah, like I knew him prior. I knew him prior to that just from MCing and shit like that.
Okay, all right.
He also was an MC, so
I didn't know that. Okay, where are you from anyway?
He's from Harlem. I think now he's like stationed in North Carolina, but originally from Harlem. But he has some dope ass rhymes and shit too. Still to this day, he drops some shit. But yeah, and I was fucking with the beats, and I'm like, yo, I gotta make some songs to this shit. So that's just the title. I had an idea, and I was like, I gotta take this to all platforms. So that was like my breakthrough of me saying, all right, I did the free stuff, I did the mixtape stuff.
Already getting the booth,
you know,
down the album.
From the reels to the booth. Right. I just kind of self. And also, I wanted to show other people, Instagram people that's on there, artists or whatever, whoever, TikTok, whoever, you can do that from just being on social media, not fucking off, and you know, go support your other producer that you creating this art with, cop some beats, put that shit out on all platforms, and you could be generating funds, because I actually got money, you know, funds from that shit.
Okay,
like,
that's what's
it's
up,
real money, you know, so it's good.
Yeah, so that's definitely a piece of game out there for the young up and coming artists. You could start out just doing reels, just playing around with it, but that shit could turn into something more. Mm-hmm. Actually make some real music out here.
Definitely, man.
I got two more questions. All right. So as a kid, let me talk into the mic. I got a habit of not doing that. So as a kid, name a song or artist that made you want to pick up the pen and write. Artist or song that made you want to pick up the pen and do your own thing, write your own lyrics.
As a kid, all right, an artist, definitely.
I could tell you fuck with Styles P from listening to.
I definitely fuck with Styles P.
I
wasn't super that tapped into the locks in the earlier times, but I tapped in. Oh no, I knew about everything that was on the radio. You know what I mean? But not the actual underground mixtape and all that till I got of like 12, 13, shit like that. Right. Those ages when I was writing. So rappers like, of course, the greats, you know, the golden era of hip hop is what we come up in. So like I had, as a kid, like I had, man, Biggie Smalls is definitely one of my greatest. Tupac. I like Tupac. Tupac's my favorite.
Oh yeah.
Tupac is my greatest rapper.
Okay, I didn't
only because
okay.
Not so much just of lyrics, just because of like emotion evoked,
some substance.
Emotion evoked, the passion behind it. Maybe it was the voice and everything, and then just the gangster shit. I don't know.
Militant.
Yeah, so it was militant. Dope. Certain songs like my brain is an index. I could go on forever, and
All right, so it's not just one particular artist or song that made you want to write. It's just a combination, to say the least.
DMX played a big role. Like a lot of rappers, great rappers like Jadakiss, Fabulous, like Lil Wayne.
Yeah, Kiss and Fab, they two of my all-time favorites.
A lot of people. Like I was listening to Snoop Dogg, KRS-One. If I have to go back and say, like, he's my teacher of hip hop, like hip hop, of like, all right, before my time, who did I tap into and soak up? Like, you know, I'm born in the 90s, so like if I was soaking up any kind of 80s hip hop, you know, I was listening to some KRS-One. My pop had that album, a few albums and greatest hits and things like that, and as well as Tupac and things like that. So my kid phases of like hearing Biggie Smalls on the radio a lot, things like that. Yeah, that's what did it. And Jay-Z.
All right, so last question. What can we expect to hear from you in the future moving forward for 2022?
2022, I got Snow Season coming. I'm trying to release. That's a 6-track EP. I'm trying to get that out as soon as possible. I'm planning to release the Flex Files. That's like gonna be like my actual, like, if I had to say commercial album, I would say that. But it's still underground.
Though Reels was kind of commercial though. It was like a lot of radio friendly joints on there. You wasn't really bar heavy on that.
From the Reels to the Booth, it was because I had to have fun with that, you know. Right. I did boot camp rap my whole life. And when I say boot camp rap, I mean syllable, metaphor, super lyrical schmiracle. I had to, because growing up, that's what I was shooting for. That's all there was. There was no other. So it's like, even as an artist evolving, I also tapped in, you know, you get force fed a lot of new music and things like that, and things like, it depends what you're listening to, what you're open to. But you know, Reels to the Booth, it definitely has that vibe because I wanted to have fun, like I was saying, and you know, I feel like it was for a target audience or a newer audience, or like female friendly with radio friendly. Right. You know what I mean? It wasn't until you got to make it to that last track to really get like some real life militant. Yeah, the militant track on the joint. Yeah, that's my favorite track on there. Okay. Yeah, I can agree. I love the other songs on there as well, but that's my favorite track because it's really me. Good song on there. You got some bangers on there. It's just that's the one that I feel like a lot of people can relate to on a greater level.
All right. Well, I want to thank you again for pulling up, man.
Definitely, dog. Always. You already know, man. Yeah, man. It's nothing, man. It's what we do, man. You know.
So we gonna take a quick pause. We gonna jump into these bars real quick.
Definitely. You already know, man. Got the beat. Got the beat ready. Trap push. We out here. Like, hey, authentic and official. That's how we do everything. Everything's authentic. Everything's official. We keep it official tissue. Like, this is what we do.
Rough with a whistle.
Hey. And I'm coming with the missiles.
There you go.
It's Rizzy, baby. Philly, baby. Talk my shit on them trap. We back. Authentic and official. What up? Clock in, clock out flow. They know how it goes. It's Smoking Joe on them hoes. Yo, let's go. Rest in peace, my nigga Shine. Step to me, I give you a 9. Expect to see I'm Chef and G. New recipe for dinner time. Specialties, no special treat. Embezzle these, he spits it fine. 4 hoes having sex with me. Collectively a pentagon. Skip the line, I'm quick to grind. My face, I hope they sick of mine. All be statement slain, not in vain. Name remember mine. Women lie, men lie. Nowadays even numbers do. Told that thought I'm grade A, hot bitch, summer school. Dripping now she wanna drool. Need someone to fucking cool. You be laid out soaking wet, like I dragged you from the pool. Time to pack my luggage, I'm avoiding all the ruckus. When I'm landing, new companion, I'm on stroking, doing lunges. Laser spinning, she demanding that I end up in her stomach. Finna take her breath away, fuck around and lose a lung quick. You don't want it, plus I'm busy being Rizzy. Nigga, what rock is you under? If you do not know who is he, I'm from Philly, that can kill me. Later take shots if you feel me. White up babe shots like on Baywatch. Yeah, my babe's hot, nigga, really. Lasers on it, ultra
ultra-violent, muzzles made it ultra-silent. Stay up off my dick, hope y'all understanding y'all assignment. Could crack, but I'm raw combining. Dopeness what I'm all in line with. Coppers rushed the crib, but they had to hit the walls to find it. Stupid fucks, them useless pups, they reinforced and insulated. Thought that I was unprepared, insulted you, insinuated. Rap cats get eliminated, oftentimes obliterated. Stupider, I'm Lucifer, you touch me, get incinerated. For whoever instigated, demon time get demonstrated. Different, so don't waste your breath, this shit just can't be emulated. Pretty pussy penetrated, when I link up with a regular. Do all that shit I think up, got them D cups in a wetter, yeah. Cetera, etc. She choosing, so I let her, bruh. Ask him, I collapse him, I was crushing my competitor. Way too far ahead of ya, might as well just chalk it dummy. Problems, we can solve it, buddy. All my hitters all get money, cashing on my freebies. You don't even gotta see me, nigga, I was in the stew, or the block serving the weenies. Never needy, getting greedy, the spectators can agree be. Blazing word to summers, most these motherfuckers measy. Do you greasy, bro, believe me, ain't too hard, it's fucking easy. I'm a gin and evil genie, you go poof, who gets Houdini. Smoking Joe, I smoke a firm, setting off the smoke alarm. Look for ways to get it, while you looking for some hoes to charm. Some of the straps go over arm, fuck it, I got foes to harm. Getting chicken, hold the palm, I'm getting chicken, hold the palm. Rizzy got it sewn up, don't give no fucks, I ain't holding yarn. Rizzy got it sewn up, nigga hold up, I ain't holding yarn. Darn. Authentic and official, that's how we do everything, nigga. It's Smoking Joe, huh? Hey.
Bro, appreciate you coming through, ripping this shit.
Already.
Keep cooking, bro.
Caught that shit, hey.
Snow
That's
season.
what we do. Till next time.
Snow season on the way.
Appreciate it. Thanks for having me, I'm blessed. And for them haters, see you later. Suck a dick. Good take.